I'd be itching like, what you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at that book, man. The book I got, Medical Apartheid. Yeah, I think this book is pure pseudo, man.
Yeah, you tried to tell you. I think you tried to bring it up one time. We was
arguing
that book.
Yeah, bro. She referenced Dr. Alim Muhammad, which is a known quack who had the cure for AIDS back in the 90s.
Ali Muhammad?
No, Alim. Like, he's a real doctor, but he's out of his league trying to say he can cure AIDS. You know, but he was doing it since the 90s. And he even got a grant to like run a clinic, like $500,000 back in the 90s. You know, but he was selling placebos that he said had interferon in there, and this can help cure AIDS. But he was pushing that after scientific studies proved that that pill was a placebo, and he still pushed it in the communities as a cure for AIDS. So she referenced that dude in her book, man.
Yeah, she out of her mind. I told you, she was saying she said, remember we had to get the book and the page? Remember we did all that?
Yeah.
You ain't know we had the books, yo.
and then when I checked that reference, I was mad as hell because that ain't even line up.
That was a good one right there, boy. I was like, come on, man. Yeah, they medical part. I guess some good things was in that book. I don't know, man.
No, New York Times killed it with reviews. It said, man, contradiction, errors, exaggeration, black algae, all that type of stuff, man. It said it could have done so much better had she just been real with it, but she was exaggerating points.
Yeah,
I'm following some of her sources now, and it's not like she's like adding to and exaggerating to what the source actually saying. She's not quoting it verbatim. You know, like the whole fear mongering thing that she's trying to push behind that book.
Yeah. And I mean, that's one of the books in the community, man, that they big up in all the damn way, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, but to her, which I'm proud of, she did mention in a recent interview with NPR.
Okay.
She was telling black people to take that vaccine. She said do that.
Yeah, you're right. They tried to, during the vaccine debate, they tried to contact her, yo.
So this is what she did. In that same paragraph, she said, I'm not saying, like, she was kind of like pro-vaccine, but she wasn't, because why would you mention an anti-vaxxer like Ali Muhammad as though he was credible in his opinion, on vaccines and certain things? So it's like, well, if you're pro-vaccine, why are you mentioning anti-vaxxers trying to give them credibility?
Oh yeah, we gotta put him on the list. Ooh, Umar Johnson, you're officially on the anti-vax list.
Oh yeah. Oh, Tariq Nasheed, he's been killed. I didn't unsubscribe and everything. Yo, this dude is just like he's the worst right now. He's worse than Rizza Islam and everybody, bro.
Yeah, he going on a rampage right now. Tariq Nasheed.
Yeah, my man going crazy with this. They're gonna mandate it in schools, and then he started like twisting the words, saying he started calling it poison now. Like, yeah, so they're gonna poison your kids. I'm like, damn, poison.
All right, let me get ready to play this. We live again already?
Yeah, I think Unc talking and he muted.
Damn, I thought I was jamming. Y'all had some spectacular shit. Hey man, I thought I could teleport kinesis. Talk to the microphone. Yeah, I'm just start making up shit. That's how everybody do it. They be winning too. Crazy. Crazy. Yeah, we over here now. I see you. Who in there? Mika. I see you. Zan. I see you. Will, what's good? Sheep. No, that's right. The ski. Law. Ski. I see you. Dave B. Valsa, what's up? CJ, aka Rico, Anthony Brown, no Bowman, Anthony Bowman, West African, YDNA, EM2. All right, man, make sure y'all subscribe, man. Jagard Davis, make sure y'all hit the like button. All right, we got 7 likes. We got 27,000 people in the building. We should have 27,000 likes, man. All right, glad y'all came over here to the Pseudo Killers, man. Y'all know the title, Space Age Africans for the Love of Science, man. Where intelligent conversation takes place all the time. Enigma 9 times 9. I see you, New York. Rock City. LB. Let it fill up a little bit, man, and we're gonna play this anti-vax. Hey, Chef, is that Umar with the anti-vax rhetoric, yo?
I don't know. I don't be listening to Umar, yo.
Oh, that was Kent. Add him to the list. Yeah, we're gonna
No,
play.
I think that was unbiased and I'm talking about you.
Oh, yeah, that was Kent put in there. It's 15 minutes. We're gonna let him rock for 15 minutes. We're gonna turn it up.
Oh, this is gonna be funny.
Yeah, these niggas here, man. It's all of them, and Tariq Nasheed.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we get them too. We get all of them. So I told y'all the whole community was anti-vax and ignorance, yo.
Yeah, I didn't know it was this to this degree. I didn't know that it was like 40%. God dang, I ain't noticed that much, anti-vax in our community, man.
Crazy. Of course. That's why I was on their head before the pathogen came through. Because I knew it. I was like, really? Really? I was surprised. I was like, wow. Well, it's a common theme. Let's get the common themes, man. Hey, where you at, CK? Open your mouth, CK. Calling CK. Get off the game. CK, the poet. CK,
Why you gotta call me out, son?
Pseudo Killers, you gotta start the show off. Come on now. You know what it is. Start the show
Oh, my bad. I didn't know you was going live today. I woke up late. So I ain't gonna lie. I started streaming and gaming right off the rip. But anyways, peace. Peace to the panel. Peace to the chat. Appreciate everybody coming through. Make sure y'all like and favorite the show. Hopefully we learned some really cool things tonight. Share some sources. If you haven't, make sure y'all join the Pseudo Killers Discord server where we're gonna be dropping all kind of information. All is welcome. All are welcome. As long as you ain't coming at people crazy. But if you didn't know before, you're gonna learn today. A well-organized lie defeats a disorganized truth every time.
Man, Pseudo Killers on deck. What's good, Sean? What it do, man? What's up with you? Working as usual, getting that money. Chef, I know
Yeah,
you.
man, I'm working, man. ETM Hotel, Rennie Sean. Welcome in peace. My name is Sean. I thank everybody tuning in. You know what I mean, Black African Power to everybody in the crew and the panel and everybody in the chat. Share the show, like the show, man. Get these anti-vaxxers in here, please.
Where you at, Chef? I know you getting that money, man. Real quick. Yo, got that N95.
What's going? Yeah, definitely. What's going on, everybody? We're tripping. We're gonna have a good show. Let's go.
I see you got the Baltimore thing with the string hanging down. I see you. I see you. What's good, Malcolm? What it do, man?
And what's going on, good people? Always a pleasure to be on the panel with like mine, you know what I'm saying? What y'all doing for the community is always appreciated by guys like me and hopefully many others in the chat and on the panel as well.
Gotcha. Concrete Coy, what it do, man? What it do?
Peace, man. Peace to everybody on the panel. Peace to everybody that tuned in, everybody in the chat. I appreciate everybody coming through to learn and give out some good information. Just want everybody to know a lie will make it halfway around the world before the truth can get out of bed and get his pants on. Man, let's get up and get out there, man.
Get it out there. Let's get it out there. Let's get it out there. Boy, I see you. What's going on there on By Sports? What it do? What it do?
Hey, man, thanks for inviting me. Peace to the panel. Peace to the chat. And you dig.
Yeah. Can you dig it? Yeah, man. Y'all know what the title is, man. Space Age Africans, man. You know what I'm saying? I know what it is, man. and the love of science. So, I mean, I can speak for myself on this. You know, we've been through all our different brands of spookism, and, you know, and through learning, and we go through these different phases, and we be mad at first when we realize ain't the God that we thought it was, ain't no God. And then we run to other traditions and be like, well, wait a minute, and we apply certain realities on African systems, you know what I'm saying? And we mix it up, then we still be mad, and then we find science. And we say, man, I can take things through the lens of science. And then everybody around you say, but that's the white man's science. You be like, damn, okay. And you realize that there's no thing as the white man's science. Of course, you have cultural nuances in anything you do, but science being a white thing or a white invention is ridiculous. Now, I'm not saying at all that the science that we created or we had or that we was pushing forward was on par with a lot of things they got today. That's not the point I'm making. I'm not saying it at all. I'm simply saying before you have a thermonuclear interballistic missile, you need to have the development of a damn arrow. And before you can develop an arrow, you got to have a tip to go on a damn arrow. And before you can have a tip shaped and formed to go on an arrow, you got to be able to have a rock, right? You know what I'm saying? Man, you got to be able to take that rock and butcher with it as a tool, right? So you got early tools in Africa. Before Homo sapiens sapien, Africans was tool, technology. Australopithecines in Kenya. You can go to the museum and see them. Matter of fact, we done had brothers and sisters in the community to go to Kenya, stand in a museum in Nairobi, and mess up the whole thing because they just don't understand. So for me, in my journey of learning and understanding, the only way I could tell the difference between the damn pseudo and something that was truth, the only way I can tell the difference between God did something and God didn't was you use the tool of science for me. And I found the science don't have a color on it. It can be in cultures, okay? You can do it certain ways, but at the end of the day, man, white people will lie, black people might lie, but the damn numbers don't. And so for me, science was the only tool that was the great equalizer for me, right? Might not catch you today, might not catch you tomorrow, but they're gonna catch you lying. Whether you're a racist white supremacist, a black supremacist, Adolf Hitler, little Pookie in the community with the misinformation, you put that through the halls of science and we'll figure out if they're right or not. Because you can get a black person coming in the name of loving black people that be making up shit and lying. You can catch them with science. And you can catch a racist white supremacist who's racist as hell, but come up with a good idea, right? And you can put it through the strain of science. So it ain't got nothing to do with your color. It ain't got nothing to do with how you feel about people. It's all about how is your science? How is your method? That's what it's about. It's about the method of getting to the damn truth. And so we use science around here. Watch this. I'm going to show you why we use science right here. I'm going to let somebody else jump on. Let me see. Watch this. Watch this. Talked about this earlier. Watch this, y'all. Sean know what I'm going to do. Hold on, man. One second, man. All right, we're going to do it just like this. All right, let me show y'all something. For everybody that want to play the game, everybody that want to act like we wasn't figuring out a way of doing things. So we come right here. Righty. All right. So, share my screen real quick here. Let me show you why I mess with science. I ain't gonna get you the super slick shit. I'm gonna do the real basic, and y'all can see where on the continent of Africa, we figured it out. So watch this right here. This is the Rhine Mathematical Papyrus, right? Rhine Mathematical Papyrus, British Museum. Okay. All right. Here's the catalog number right here, y'all. And it's one of the best known examples of Egyptian mathematics. All right. But watch this though. Talks about the dates of the second intermediate period, describe Ames, Atmos or Ames, all right, is an older transcription. All right. So it's actually older. All right. So he got it from somebody. All right. They go back to the 12th dynasty. And watch this though. This is what's essential right here, y'all. This is where the spookism and all that go out the door. This is what people don't even understand. They be just lost. It says in the opening paragraphs of the papyrus of Ames presents the papyrus of giving, watch this, giving accurate reckoning for inquiring into things and the knowledge of all things, mysteries, all secrets. Okay? So, what was they talking about? Why would you give me a mathematical papyrus? And why in the opening paragraphs would you say an accurate reckoning for inquiring into things and the knowledge of all things, mysteries, and all secrets? What is it exactly could help us understand and know the mysteries of all things? Here you go. It was math. Who knew? Who knew? Who knew that the method of understanding all things and all the mysteries and all the 9 yards and all the blah, we thought it was God, didn't we? I know y'all did. I know y'all thought it was God. I just know y'all thought it was God. Nope, it wasn't God. It wasn't God, y'all. Nope, it wasn't. It was math. It was geometry. Arithmetic, algebra. That's book one. Book one is arithmetic and algebra, y'all. That's what it was. Man, why our parents could eliminate a whole lot of folly out of our lives early in the game. Book two, geometry. Not sacred geometry like they try to befool you with, but just plain old damn geometry, y'all. Plain old geometry. So if you use the geometry, arithmetic, math, algebra, right? Watch this. Watch this. You're trying to get to an accurate reckoning for inquiring into things and knowledge of all things, mystery, and all secrets. When you study in math, which is a tool to science. That's the point. We could have cut all this out. Like, so you don't go to your preacher for math, man, or science. You don't go to your preacher for that. But our parents sent us to church when we asked them, where does humans come from? They didn't send us to math. They didn't send us to the science teacher. Man, how interested would we have been if we'd have known this little bit fact right here? That for us to really understand the world we in, we need to understand math and we need to understand science. That science is the knowledge and the wisdom of understanding nature. We didn't know that when we was in the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade. We was talking shit by the time we got to the 6th and 7th grade, talking to the little honey beside us, wasn't even really paying attention to the science teacher. And then on Sunday, they took our ass to church and we trying to figure out where the hell we come from. Man. That's why the pseudo was able to take advantage of us, because we wasn't scientifically literate from the jump, right? When the kids ask where the hell the sun come from or where babies come from, it sure as hell ain't the stork, and God did not make the damn sun. Anybody want to add on to that? Oh, y'all just gonna make me rock out, huh?
You was doing so well, man. We tuned in taking notes, yo.
Yeah, we didn't want to interrupt, sir.
Yeah, what we look like stopping that. You put, hey, listen, you don't get in the way of the avalanche. You get out of the way.
Facts. Hey, it's interesting right there, though, y'all. I mean, come on, man. Like, come on, man. Like, man, my son was having a conversation over disease, and he had got some parts mixed up, but it's okay. I say, bro, go look that up. I know he got the right tools to go look it up and figure it out. He was trying to figure out, he was explaining to me how a virus works and disease, and he was thinking it was this and that. And I'm like, all right, I hear you. But we wasn't arguing about God. I wasn't telling you, the God wills who he wills not to catch disease. And as long as you believe in Christ, it's going to be okay, son. I didn't give him that. I didn't give him a pseudoscientific maybe. Go ahead and eat the grapes, and think you to eat and do that, and you're going to be good, son. Go take this, such and such. I didn't do him like that. No, I gave him tools. And so I don't beat my kids over the head with not believing in God and this, that, and the other. We just have the intelligent conversation, and we match up, source up and shut up around here. And everybody on their damn phone trying to do. That's what we do in my household. So I ain't pushing nothing, right? I'm just teaching. Simple as that. And if you got something to say in my house, source the hell up or shut the hell up. Go sit in the corner or take your ass to church. Around here, we having a discussion. And that's the way it's supposed to be in all our households. We got to get these damn children ready, man, so we can kind of do the things y'all claim y'all want to do. We want more black scientists. We can trust. Okay, well then produce more black scientists, mathematicians, instead of producing people who leaning on Christ. Yeah. Interesting. Funny. This hand sanitizer is doing a far better job than Christ at this point in the middle of a damn pandemic. It kills 99% of all germs. Christ ain't killing none.
They're gonna be mad at you, Unc.
Intelligent. I ain't listen to that show, yo. He just beat up my God. I ain't say what God. Shoot. Period, man. God is a mode of thinking, man. God is a cultural expression of how you believe. Science is a mode of understanding and a vessel to where you know and learn. All right, God is the stuck, man. He's stuck. In the beginning, God created the heavens and earth and reached to the ground and pulled up the dirt and blew into it, and man became a living soul. Yeah, but that shit been going on since the Bible, right? That shit ain't changed. It's right there. You can always read that. It ain't gonna change. Because if you change it, then you done messed up the whole damn religion. Funny. Science changes. Our minds aren't ready for that. We're stuck in having the answer now. And this answer is right, regardless of more available information. So just because people was teaching that your food was your medicine, now we know that food ain't your damn medicine. And now we know that having a good diet is important for when viruses do come by, it don't just knock a hole in you all the way. What am I saying here? I thought you said food can't stop. No, I'm saying that there are other diseases that you can get from eating fried food all day, every day. Cholesterol, bad heart, shit ain't functioning right, not drinking enough water, fried foods. You know what I'm saying? High blood pressure, all that shit that we got. They call it comorbidities. The coronavirus was like, hey, I got some fried chicken, people. No, you got other factors like not only bad diets, not having access to healthcare, and then you got the pseudos telling us we don't even need healthcare because they evil. The white people is evil. It's the white science and it's the European Western world medicine. Like that shit's supposed to mean something. And you know, we're just gonna take these herbs and eat the tree bark and go ahead and take the olive oil abstract. That you know what I mean? That's Shouter Shabir. He's telling niggas to drink olive oil. What the hell wrong with Shabir?
Hey, right now as we speak, I'm reading my blood work that I just got back from my doctor an hour ago.
Mm.
Shit.
See what I'm saying? See? Yeah.
And that's a big time issue in the Black community, man. And that's what we need to be making the most noise about. And you know, that's the conspiracy. That's the fight that we need to be fighting is for Black people to have proper access to healthcare. You know, like that's a big time issue in our community. Not only just healthcare, but healthcare education. Be educated about the actual healthcare that you have and how to properly use the healthcare that you have. Some of these insurance companies, they make their healthcare plans so vague, and the wording is so wordy and syllabistic that people don't really understand even how to use their healthcare if they even have it. A lot of Black people don't even have access to healthcare, you know, and unless they got, you know, Obamacare. But I don't even know how many people qualify for Obamacare. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't even qualify that, or don't take the proper steps to go and get the Obamacare, because it's not pushed in the community. It's not accessible to people in the community. You know what I'm saying? So we need to be worried about that more so than worrying about whether the vaccine is going to work. We need to be worried about whether we have access to the vaccine, whether we have access to these different technologies that's being taken advantage of in other communities while they staying young and healthy, but we dying from heart disease and diabetes and things like that. So I mean, that's where the fight should be. You know, we need to be getting proper health care. We need to come up with some type of health care for all type of situation. You know what I mean? So I mean, and this is where the legislation comes in at. This is where your vote counts at. You know what I mean? But just get educated on you know, healthcare and having a good healthcare plan, because that's important. You know what I mean? We go and spend so much money. They about to spend $1 trillion on Christmas. $1 trillion, man.
The hell with the healthcare.
And they don't want to spend a nickel on healthcare insurance or a life insurance plan or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, we got to get and it's and like I said, it's not totally the Black community's fault. It's been situated that way. The you know, it's a systemic thing for Black people to be uneducated about healthcare and you know, not have the proper access to the proper healthcare. So I just wanted to add that to it.
No, that's a great ad. But do you know why though?
So, but do I know why?
Yeah. In this day and time, based off all available information, based off of YouTube, Facebook, hip hop, bebop, the whole 9 yards, Black community, Black people communicating from the hoods in Baltimore, Maryland to the hood all the way over in Johannesburg. Why in the hell would we know about healthcare, bro? The question, Corey. Can't hear you.
My bad. My 5-year-old going on me. Well, say it one more time.
I said, we communicating from the hoods of Baltimore, Maryland to the hoods in Johannesburg, Australia. We communicate. We done had people on the show, they in the goddamn hut, and I ain't trying to be funny, but that's where it was. And he was live streaming. All right?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't trying to be funny. I'm just saying that's what it was. It's the truth. So my point is, why don't we know about healthcare?
I mean, like I said, it's just the stigmas and the past history that people have been through, you know, with the healthcare system, racism, white supremacy, and we aren't properly educated on that. And then the way that the healthcare system is set up is actually it's set up in a way that, you know, a lot of Black people are not getting access because most people have health care through their job. You know what I mean? And so Black people and I'm not saying you know, Black people can't do nothing about it or we helpless in this situation. I just wanted to educate us on the statistics of it, but Black people have more like service jobs. You know what I'm saying? You know, restaurants and you know what I mean? Those type of jobs, odd jobs, temporary construction jobs, just temporary factory jobs. And, you know, they work through a lot of temporary services. And so the healthcare is not offered through those. You know, you have to be a part of the company. And this is where the capitalism and the racism, white supremacy, they come together to put poor Blacks at a disadvantage because you know, it's better off to not to subcontract out your human resources department to a temporary service because you don't have to deal with the application and finding and siphoning through. You save money that way. So that's a capitalistic way of looking at it. You know, look, I can save money, I can make more money this way, this, that, and the other. And plus, you know, we don't have to provide healthcare insurance for them because they're only temporary workers. And, you know, it's just so many different ways that it puts Black people at a disadvantage when it comes to
John also
the healthcare.
So,
you know, I'm not saying, you know, like we don't have access, but we put in a position where, for one, we're not educated about it in a way, and for two, it's based upon your job and how you work, where you work at, who's got, you know, good access to healthcare and stuff. Also, when you do have Medicaid or I don't know if that's what they call it, Medicaid or Medicare or whatever it is. I think Medicare is for older people, but Medicaid, they kind of it's been a study where they kind of look at you different when you go into the hospital and you got Medicaid. Not the doctors per se, but some of the caretakers, like the nurses and the LPNs and stuff like that. They kind of look at people a little bit different when they come in there with private insurance versus, you know, the public insurance. So I think that stigma, and it's stigmatized when you got Medicaid and stuff like that. And I think that stigma would go away if everybody, if it was only like, if the choices was a little less limited, I guess, if it was more of a public, if more of the public used the public option, I think then that stigma would go away. And you know, health, just like I said, all around healthcare will be accessible to more people. And, you know, that's all I'm saying, though.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I say at this particular point, it's the hip hop. It's hip hop fault. Is all the pseudo elders' fault. It's all that, because getting healthcare was like a phone call away. All you gotta do is have the birth certificates and whatever you need to have. Like that, and that was $30 a damn month for everybody. If you don't make over a certain amount, 30,000, 40,000, you was good for that. So we should have known about that. Instead of people getting on here telling you can fly through the air and you can eat air, like the young pseudo said, and live, like damn, nigga, you could have took time out and told people that you could do this to the healthcare. You feel me? Like, come on, man, Affordable Healthcare Act. Like that at a certain point, it becomes our fault. The same way you got people interested in certain songs and hip hop and everybody can do a dance. You know how you go to the club, everybody do a certain dance, and then when the dance change, everybody do that dance. How in the hell do you know to change dances? Okay, the same way you know how to change dances, the same way you're supposed to know how to get healthcare. How we know how to beat the system in the hood? Everybody know how to beat the damn system in the hood. Okay, the same way you pass on that information how to beat shit, you pass on the information, look, brother, you gotta have the healthcare. At a certain point, it's your damn fault. Now, I'm not talking about closing the damn wealth gap because that's gonna require them to give us our damn money. Give us our damn money that we worked for 500 years. That's gonna help close the wealth gap. But basic shit like, dude, man, we need to be able to get some insurance because, you know, Johnny got shot and we should, oh man, that shit should be flowing in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like the ignorance, like knowing whether to take a vaccine, and that's some basic shit. Like that's basic shit that's good for your health. Nobody, no black person that I know of, like, come on, dude, like how many people ever even heard somebody murmur, hey, yo, Joe Rock died from a vaccine? They've never heard that. In 53 years, I've never heard them say, yo, you know, Joe Rock died from a vaccine. That shit might flicker through the European community, maybe. Well, yeah, Johnny caught autism because of the vaccine, but we ain't know nothing about that. And they was making that up. Nobody, we know niggas that died from drug overdoses, though. We can all raise our hand. Matter of fact, some of us have seen people die from drug overdoses. I ain't gonna raise my hand on that because that's fucking murder if you ain't help them. Let me get off that. So, getting shot, we done seen people get shot at. I done seen people get their brains blown out. Literally. Bryce's right in front of my eyes. Crazy nigga run up, shoot his girlfriend in the head because she talking to somebody in a car. She stand outside the car talking. This nigga run up, shoot in the head. He run around the back of Bryce's and tried to shoot himself in the head. And he don't even kill his damn self. He disabled himself. Damn dummy. We done seen that. How many niggas you done seen get locked up? All the time. Shooting each other all the time. Chirac, Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Certain conditions in place. I get it. But that ain't got nothing to do with that. We ain't never heard of a person dying from a vaccine until now when Inky, Umar Johnson, Farrakhan, Ali Baba Muhammad and the 40 Thieves. Who else we got? Sabir Bey. Come on, man. That's what we start hearing about. Black people dying. Hey, don't take the vaccine. They're gonna try to get it, gonna die. Really? Come on, man. That shit's corny, man. It's corny, man. We got too many serious problems in our community, man, that we could actually help stop for niggas to run around lying. They straight lying, man. Lying. They're straight. That's why I'm hot with that. Because they lying, man. We ain't never known nobody die from a vaccine. Right now in the chat room, none of y'all know nobody that ever died from a vaccine. Or injury, and not to mention being in the service. I remember being in the Marine Corps and getting vaccinated. Niggas shot me in my daggone, they shoot you in your left buttocks. Man, that shit hurt me for 3 days. That was a fucking vaccine injury right there. That shit hurt for 3 days. You be like, damn, they were like, yo, just rub it. They tell you before they give you it's gonna hurt in a couple days, and yeah, come on, man. I think you said it best, Corey, the whole daggone army. Why would you watch this? Army, Air Force, Marines. Army, Air Force, Marines, and Navy. The Marines is the department of the fucking Navy. So it's really only 3. They all get vaccinated when they go to boot camp. They get vaccinated to death. We had Black Panther come on here, yo. Vaccinated down. I mean, vaccinated down to the very last compound. I mean, vaccine up. You ain't never gonna get more vaccines than being in the motherfucking army. Not to finish the fact that you was vaccinated as a kid, as a child. Then you go into the Marines and they triple dibble you up. They be giving you all kind of shit. This is in boot camp, and then when you get deployed, you get all kind of stuff, and ain't nobody died. So now the pseudos is trying to convince me that the Army of the United States of America, European culture, you know what I'm saying, gonna wipe out their whole army? Air Force, Navy, Marines? Come on, man. Man, that's that low-level budget, poor man information that Rizza Islam, Farrakhan, and all of my Umar Johnsons and all of them is promoting, and y'all falling flat on y'all face with that debauchery. Come on, man. You cannot convince me that they're gonna shoot up. You just said it, they're gonna shoot up all the doctors and all that shit first. Really? Come on, man. Kill them off. New World Order. Here's the New World Order in the Black community. Everybody gonna die. If you kill everybody, what's the purpose of having a New World Order? Psh, crazy, yo. That's bananas, yo. In the middle of a damn pandemic, we got people actually promoting this shit.
What's CK at?
CK, the poet. Playing a game, shooting something.
Hey, I need somebody to pull up what I put in the pseudo killers chat and share their screen, man, and go to like the 44-minute mark.
CK. She's trying to act like she ain't around.
I'm putting in the Zoom. I want y'all to listen to this exchange. You need to listen to like 5 minutes of this exchange, maybe 7 or 8, if we could tolerate it. And I want you to listen, yo, closely to how these people are saying these things. Kent right there, but I think Kent busy.
You want me to go to the what? Yeah, yeah, we on Cyber Bay here, man. I can't think of everybody's name. Umar Johnson, Cyber Bay. 99.99% of all the elders in the community.
Tariq Nasheed.
Tariq Nasheed. Yeah, Tariq Nasheed. I'm going to say that 10 times. Farrakhan. Tariq Nasheed. Farrakhan. Who else we got? What else we got? Dr. Feel Good Valentine. Everybody feel good. Everybody wants to feel good. Yeah, who else we got?
Rizza Islam.
Rizza Islam. Who else?
Sure, the majority of the elders.
Yeah, 99.99, yo.
I mean, they ain't my elders, so I don't care. But the people in the community call them elders.
Yeah, for the record, I just had a long conversation with Professor James Smalls, and he's not an anti-vaccine. Y'all, I don't care what he say. I'm telling you, the conversation we had, he's not that. We had a good conversation. All right?
Yeah, he better change his stance because I was getting ticked. And dude, Sabir keep on using him as a authority on stuff that he really ain't the authority on. So he's really running in the elder's name in the dirt.
We want to go to 40. What we want to go to?
Go to 44. I think it's 46, but go to 44.
All right. All right. Here we go. Why I can't hear? Oh, my God. All right, hold on.
He said, I was pushing to have the civil rights vote signed every 25 years. If it's a right, then why the hell somebody got to vote for this motherfucker? Why you got to keep signing for it? Right. Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Do you understand that civil rights is a granted privilege? This is why you have civil rights, a discrimination case. That's basically what civil rights is. It's a discrimination case. So what happens if you discriminate? If you discriminate, the president or the federal government cannot fund you. Trump just talked about if the states do certain things, they're going to pull their federally funded money. Did you hear about it? Did you hear what Trump said? I may not agree with everything Trump's saying, but damn it, that dude is on something. They talking about giving people $600 for a stimulus, but they're giving money to everything else. They're giving money to closed places when you have people losing their jobs, losing their homes. I've sat in lifts, man, from Florida on down. Let me tell you something. I've had people who told me, this one dude had a Tesla, a Lyft. He said, I had to drive a Lyft, brother. He said, I had to leave Atlanta to move to Florida because I lost my job. I met a sister in one, like moving from one state to another state just to get a job, but yet they giving people $600 stimulus check, but they giving money to close places, right? And you have these on some false bull crap that they keep promoting about this COVID. And they making people lose their jobs because if you're working I was in hotels where nobody was in the motherfucker. It's crazy. And I'm talking to the people. You got to talk to people. They're losing their jobs behind something that if I tell you to take vitamin D, get that in your system, get some oil oregano in your system, but goddamn, why are we not having this conversation every day? So if Roland Martin is unfiltered, right? If he's unfiltered and he don't have, he has no filter, you have civil rights, it's a discrimination case. That's basically what civil rights is.
Did that nigga say get some oregano in your system, yo? Let me see. Yes.
Yeah.
Vitamin
But
D.
you gotta let him build. You gotta give him 10 minutes.
No, I just had to stop it right there, though. Did he say oregano, piece of oregano? Here we go. Cyber Bay, intelligent guy in the community. Mastermind.
Piece of oregano.
Knows everything. It's Cyber Bay. The more.
It's a discrimination case. So what happens if you discriminate? If you discriminate, the president or the federal government cannot fund you. Trump just talked about this COVID, and they're making people lose their jobs because if you're working I was in hotels where nobody was in the motherfucker. It's crazy. And I'm talking to the people. You got to talk to people. They're losing their jobs behind something that if I tell you to take vitamin D, get that in your system, get some oil oregano in your system, but goddamn, why are we not having this conversation every day?
Because this shit is fucking stupid. That's why we're not having a conversation every day. Cyber Bay. Am I yelling? Let me calm down, yelling. Let me go back. Why we ain't having this conversation every day?
Because if you're working I was in hotels where nobody was in the motherfucker. It's crazy. And I'm talking to the people. You got to talk to people. They're losing their jobs behind something that if I tell you to take vitamin D, get that in your system, get some oil oregano in your system, but goddamn, why are we not having this conversation every day? So if Roland Martin is unfiltered, right? If he's unfiltered and he don't have, he has no filters, then nigga didn't talk about it then. Let's have this conversation. Yes, sir, I'll give Taj your number, no doubt. But just hit me up on my Facebook, all right? I'll give Taj your number. I might call Taj up in a minute, though. But did that make sense, Damon? People are losing homes, brother, losing jobs. And if you don't have a gift, if you don't have a craft, if you don't have something to sell online, you done. You are done.
Have you heard about the latest thing they put out on the news? The COVID variant?
COVID variant? What the hell is that?
Supposedly it's mutating, and they're concerned about having to give out the vaccine.
They stopped it in certain places. They said they stopped it in certain places. It's crazy, but black folks, again, we don't get this type of conversation. Unless you tune into Sabir Bay shows, that's all I was doing for years. Because listen, I'll be like, I'm gonna fall back for a second. I know my body. Nobody can tell me about my body. Nobody can tell me about my body. Well, you gotta wear. You Songbird? No.
It actually talks about the coronavirus. It's
wow.
So basically, when people get it, when they test you with it, the first instinct that enters your body, it breaks down your immune system.
Damn.
Going back to the hospital to
damn.
Get checked up and shit.
Damn.
That's why they're mutating the coronavirus, because it's like fungus. It gets to a certain point and it becomes dormant. So they have to keep reactivating that coronavirus in order for it to keep going.
Wow.
What? Did he say? Let me go back. I know damn well.
That's why I said you gotta listen.
He didn't say that. Yo, no, the guy with the fat. You know what? I gotta show this. I gotta
Yeah,
make
the guy with the fez.
that. I mean, that I gotta make.
He said he was in the military too. If you let him keep talking,
I gotta make him famous, yo. Is this serious? This guy? Did he say that? Let me see. Couldn't have said that.
But basically, when people get it, when they testing you with it, the first instinct that enters your body, it breaks down your immune system.
Damn.
You have to keep going back to the hospital to
Damn.
get checked up and shit.
Damn.
That's why they're mutating the coronavirus, because they have it's like fungus. It gets to a certain point and it becomes dormant. So they have to keep reactivating that coronavirus in order for it to keep going.
Wow. Wow.
You know what I'm saying? That's like
They called it what? COVID 23.
Yeah, that's a gene variation.
Wow.
ain't no damn COVID 23.
Did the nigga say COVID 20? Did this nigga live into the planet Earth say COVID 23?
Jordan.
LeBron James.
Yo, got the Jordan COVID 23. Yo, go get the J's, the 23s, yo. Did this nigga, that these two dudes, this is what I'm talking about, man. And he said, and the part that's crazy, the niggas say the same thing we say, yo, why aren't we having a conversation? So how is a person supposed to determine who's making sense? He claims they're not having a conversation. No, you flipping idiot. That conversation is had all over the damn internet, the ignorant nonsense that you're talking about. You can go everywhere. You can go to Brother Rich channel. He has the most ignorant people on this channel all day, every day. No science, no nothing. Black Magic 103 or 23, whatever the hell. Type it in. It's the pseudo superior channel all day, every day. Yep, I said it, Rich. Pseudo. All day, every day. The whole lot of them is pseudo. Sabir Bay. So you tell me oregano pizza is you? I forgot. COVID 23. We can't even ask the virus that question, sir. Is it a COVID 23? We can't.
They can be like, we're at
Pure hogwash, man. Pure hogwash, man.
This nigga say they gotta keep giving. When you take the vaccine, it destroys your immune system. You gotta keep going back to the. Wow. Let me finish this. Wow. And he's saying, wow. Like, man, that's some great information, man. I didn't know. Ignorance.
Oh, this, yo.
They called it COVID 23. Y'all go check out that 23andMe DNA test.
Yo, boy, they playing, man. They playing with our people. And again, y'all can do what y'all want to do. You grown-ass people. Do you, dude. Do you. Don't come.
I'm not taking no more vaccine. That's a wrap. I'm good.
This is crazy, man.
I signed a contract with, I had to take the vaccine.
He signed a contract and had to take it. This is the thing that people understand how powerful contracts are, bro. But in contracts, you have offer, acceptance, and consideration. You follow me? Offer, acceptance, and consideration. A minor cannot enter a contract. I'm going to say this again. If you have black folks running around here calling themselves minority of the people, when we're not the minority of the people, we are the majority of the people, is what you are calling yourself. I'm going to repeat this one more time in case y'all didn't get it. We are the majority of the people, not the minority. Minority has nothing to do with a number of people. It's your mentality. Pick up Joe Biden said, see, I didn't even know he said that. I didn't know he said that.
What he said? I forgot it's on the tip of my tongue. Oh, he said by 2024, he said by 2040, the great majority of the people will be white.
Damn, that's impossible though. Unless they do something, unless they really try to do
They
something.
flat out lied. That's a flat, straight lie.
He said it on his Zoom call.
He didn't say that.
Will be the minority.
Wait till Tuskegee come up.
Oh, they still go, man, this nigga here, man. This nigga holding up Black Law's dictionary right now. Like these dudes, like really? Really? That's why we can't get the health care. Cause niggas like this. Simple as that. Like these are the people that they actually tuned in, think he jamming. Boy, they rocking over there, yo. Oh, we got the feds, yo, the tops ring, yo, they rocking, yo. These Moors, yo, the Moors got that dope information right there, yo. Man, Sabi, they rocking, yo.
Because before he got elected, this dude, and then I'm the enemy. All of a sudden, when I put the information out, I'm supporting Trump. I hate that, but anyway.
But that's the stupidity of people that if you speak like that.
I put out a video of him speaking at the eulogy of a grand dragon that died. Wow. And he was saying, I admire this man as my mentor. Yo, man, and people just ignored that.
But again, when people are under some type of hypnosis, which black folks are, you know what I mean? They're gonna accept it.
So now, if you're intelligent and you tapped into scientific literacy, then you're under hypnosis. But if you stand on there holding up Black Law's dictionary to fort coronavirus and olives and pizza sauce, then you intelligent and thinking people take us serious? COVID-23? Man, I know I didn't hear what I thought I just heard. Sean, you tricking us, yo. You tricking us, Sean. You tricking us, yo. This nigga didn't just say COVID-23.
COVID-23, we skipped 20, 21, 22, and went straight to 23.
COVID-23? Because of 23andMe?
Because of 23andMe, yo.
No. Come on, yo. Come on, man.
You don't get the listen. You don't get the superpowers that they got on the 21st, yo. The feds was the antenna, yo. When the planets aligned like it did, man, it gave them the power to see this COVID-23. We ain't seen it yet.
Wait a minute. You mean when the sun came into the orbit and replaced the moon?
Man, it did all that, man.
Is that what you're talking about? When another sun traveled through the solar system, entered the gravitational field of this sun, and replaced the moon is when they got their special powers? Man,
yes.
Hell no.
That's when it happened. You just didn't get yours. You didn't get yours. You didn't get yours. You didn't have your chakras aligned.
Oh, man. Man.
You weren't doing your comedic yoga.
Oh, man. Yo, it's worse than I thought, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Chef, COVID-23? Why don't we just drink some hand sanitizer, yo, and get the melanocytes out of your system real fast? Like, really say anything.
Man, he told you, man. He just told, listen, why you messing his stuff up? He told you oregano oil. So why is you over here talking about some hand sanitizer when he told you what to use? You gonna quit lying on him, man. The man said oregano oil.
Right, Roland Martin ain't telling us this. Why they keeping it from us? The oregano oil gonna stop the coronavirus. The virus is mutated to the COVID-23. And the nigga said it without breaking a smile. Oh man. Let me just, like, really, what else he gonna talk about?
They've read, again, Franz Fanon's book, Black Skin, White Mask. He will explain a lot. And I keep tell y'all, pick his book up. Read this book thoroughly. It's an very easy read book. Franz Fanon has many books. Many. If you read this book, you will see why we are where we at today. And he talks about the colonized mind. And he also said the oppressor will oppress the oppressed, until the oppressed oppresses themselves. I'm going to repeat that again. The oppressor will oppress the oppressed until the oppressed oppresses themselves. And this is what's happening with our people. Black skin, white mask. Do you see the book? Let me turn this around. Give me.
No, Cyber Bay, you know what's happening to our people. It's ignorant people like you. It's ignorant people like the more underneath of you. Y'all is what's ignorizing our damn community. New word, ignorize. People put their picture up and ignorize. That's exactly what they doing. White person ain't got nothing to do with that. You on camera live. Nigga can't even afford to get a screen on his iPhone with a cracked up iPhone. Is that a cracked up iPhone screen right there? Man. Come on, yo.
Give me 1 second, brother. The book by Franz Fanon is Black Skin, White Mask. He has many books. And if you just dug into this man's work, all of this stuff will come directly to you. Let's see who we got on my feed real fast. Okay, brother, we got somebody else on here too.
I don't want to take up too much of your time, brother. I'm saying.
No doubt, fam. All right, peace.
What's good, fam?
No doubt. No doubt. This is crazy, man. Our people, we sick. What's happening, bro? What's good?
Man, you hitting it on all squares right now, man. Y'all hitting it, dog.
Y'all hitting it, dog. Oregano pizza gonna stop the coronavirus. It's mutated to 23. And me, y'all hitting it, dog. You rocking. The ignorance amongst us will kill us in the end before the white man get a chance. Let me see.
Really? But y'all hitting it on the head.
You know what's funny? The thing about this, this is what I told you, it wasn't even planned. If you good at what you do, I can have something planned and this joint to turn to something totally different. That's all you have to do is talk to the people. Talk to the people and let the people talk. They're not doing that. When you watch Roland Martin and these people shows, brother, they don't talk to people. They bring the elite on there. This particular person is an expert. He's a such and such because he has a PhD, he has an MBA, he has a CBS. Nigga, that don't mean nothing. It don't.
So being an expert in the subject don't mean nothing. It's better to listen to you and your guests claim that COVID-19 is now COVID-23. And when you get a vaccine, it changes your immune system and you got to keep going back to the hospital. This is what you get out of non-experts. This is what you get out of platforms that do not require sources. Man, really? Anti-establishment, anti-science rhetoric, anti-anything that makes some damn sense. And that's, man, come on, man.
You just said, they are under the spell. They eat too many damn sugar products. They eat too many meat. The fluoride and all that shit in the water. The brain. Look, I told you I was diabetic. I stopped doing all that. I basically had to go on a fast because all the medicine they was giving me, right? I was just throwing it up. I was throwing it for like 3 weeks straight. And me not knowing, I basically went on a fast involuntarily because I was getting sick from the medicine. I was just drinking like maybe some Powerade, maybe like a vegetable juice or something like that to keep some in my system. Dude, when I went back to the doctor, man, my A1C was 5.0. She said, "What are you doing? What did you do? What did you do?"
I'm gonna tell you this for anybody that's going through this. I'm gonna share this with y'all for anybody that's going through this, and I want you to look this up. Don't take my word for it.
What do you do? What do you do? I listened to Cyber Bay and I took some.
I went on an involuntary fast.
Hey,
throwing up and all that, but he wasn't. When he went back to the doctor didn't tell him, bro, you've been throwing up and you ain't been eating and getting your fluids, so you dehydrated. Like that's what like my doctor probably would have said, but I don't know.
Wait a minute, this nigga is at a doctor's though. How about that? Yeah.
You trust those doctors.
What are you doing? That's great. You had a doctor. CK, you said something. I just can't believe it.
Yeah, I did have something that I wanted to say.
Please say it.
But I just wanted to forewarn you before you start yelling at me. It is non-relation to what we're talking about, but it's extremely important. It's actually kind of bad. Y'all are not gonna like this at all. Well, fuck it. Well, most of y'all probably are not aware of this, but you might want to spread the word. It's probably gonna be on the news sometime this week. Probably well, fuck it. The biggest cybersecurity attack just happened, like within the past week or so. That's why YouTube has been acting funny, among other agencies, and a lot of companies got hit. Like they said that this is a the malware that was put in place. It's been in place since like March, and they're just now figuring it out. They're just now noticing it, but they have no idea how bad it is. And all the companies that's been hit is FireEye. They're like one of the main network security companies that like try to detect stuff like this. They got hit. The Department of Treasury got hit. The Department of National Telecommunications and Information Administration got hit. The Department of State, the National Institute of Health, the Department of Homeland Security, the Department of Energy, the Department of National Nuclear Security Administration. Some specific United States have been hit, but I didn't open it up to see the list because it's a long list. Like half the states got hit. Like their state agencies got hit. Microsoft got hit, and so did Cisco. Of course, conspiracy theorists are going to go rampant with this. They're going to say it was Russia or China, but they have no idea who it was. Nobody's taking responsibility for it. They said they don't know how bad it is. Really, there's nothing that any of us could have did, or VPN or whatever you could have used on your computer or whatever to protect you from this. So they noticed it about a week ago. So we might start seeing it on the news probably sometime this week, or they may wait until after the holidays to say something. But it's a lot more people. It's probably more people than this that got hit. But the type of attack that it was is a supply chain attack. And I had to look it up because I don't know what the hell this is. But basically, it targets less secure elements within their network. And this is oof. Yeah, this is rough.
No, that's been on the news for about a week now. They didn't identify it as being the Russians.
That's Russian, yeah.
Hack.
They just assuming. They don't know if it was them. Well, I mean, that's a good assumption, though.
But
they made it
got
Trump. They made it Trump because he hadn't acted on it. He hadn't acted on some of the quote unquote, I guess, believed evidence that they think they have. I don't know.
I just thought I'll let y'all know, just in case, y'all wondering why certain applications acting funny, ain't been working right. Like it took me a week to work with damn YouTube to get my shit back. Like a gang of moderators got tagged as bots, got tagged as spam bots. It was rampant on the forums.
So it wasn't me, huh?
No, it wasn't you, Chunk.
It
wasn't you. It was all on the forums. So people have been trying to get their stuff back because it's mostly hitting moderators because we're the main ones that drop links. That's why I said, if I can get this joint fixed, I'm not dropping no more links on a regular basis like that. Because I think that's how it would happen. It's tagging us as spam bots. And then of course Google has a shitty flipping customer service. That's crazy that I went through the help section, went through the support. They have no ticket system, they have no customer service. I had to go through the Twitter handle. I had to go through the damn Twitter handle. And they was able to fix. I don't know what they did. They didn't even tell me why it happened. They didn't want to explain shit. And I think that hack, that's playing a role in it. Because some people still don't have their stuff back. Because I got hit on that and Twitter. Both of my joint got messed up.
Oh, you was you, so you got hit up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if anything got taken, but if it did, I mean, it is what it is.
Wonder why?
There ain't too much you can do about it.
Man, you wonder why they hit something big bang now. Oh, that shit they was talking.
But yeah, apologies for derailing us from talking about the vaccines. I just didn't know if everybody was aware, but some of y'all seem like I don't watch the news, so I found that out from one of the YouTubers I watch. He keeps track of all those like cyber attacks and stuff. So
Keep talking.
oh no, it's all good. That's all
Yeah,
I wanted to say. I just wanted to make sure everybody was aware of that, and just be careful. And like I would just suggest, as all the mods, I would just be careful about dropping links, because I think that's how I got tagged. I got tagged as a spam bot. So like that's why I told you early this year. I told Mossy and all of y'all last year. I said, yo, y'all need to get Nightbot and just let the bot drop the links because it's already a bot. So who cares if that gets tagged? But if a real person gets tagged, it's really hard to get your stuff back, especially if you get shadow banned. Which of course YouTube, they deny it. They deny that that's a thing. But trust me, you'll know if you get shadow banned. Because if you get shadow banned, your whole account's gone. It's like it never existed. And when you try to get help, they'll pretend like your joint just never existed. But you'll probably be able to find some YouTube videos on it. But just be careful, So if I do drop any links, it'll most likely be on the Discord server for the articles and stuff. So y'all gonna have to get it from there.
This lady in Nashville signs up for the Moderna trials. They're doing another trial. She says she volunteered for all the trials. Her name is Mary Jo McKelvey. She's a retired nurse. She worked for Vanderbilt for 2 decades. So she's coming out speaking about the trials and all of that. And she makes it a habit of participating in these trials. So that's pretty much groundbreaking right there, no matter what's going on. She talked about the trial being a double-blind study, which means only the pharmacist knows who received the actual vaccine or the placebo. And she all on it.
So she can take different vaccines?
She's on this Moderna stuff. She's a retired nurse, so she was a part of the Moderna vaccine trial.
And you said she's gonna sign up for another vaccine trial, or no? She
tried to sign up for as many trials as she can, but she's a part of the Moderna stuff now.
No, but did she sign up for another?
No. Like other trials that's been in past years.
In the past.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah.
So she should be dead by now, then, based off what they stop being banned them people. Damn, yo. So what else he say on here, Sean? They keep going.
You can listen to about another couple minutes, but yeah, they still talking. He's supposed to be talking about, you ain't hear the Tuskegee?
No, we ain't get to that yet.
Okay, it's coming.
All right, let's see.
I want you to do the test on yourself first. This is this thing called Genema. I don't know if you heard me say this before.
I saved it, Genema. Yeah. I was gonna check it out.
I want look up.
Hold on. This nigga is showing us one of them things again. One of them things that ain't FDA approved things. There you go. Holding his hand. Y'all see it? There you go. What claim is behind that?
Amazon's finest.
Cyber Bay show. There you go. There you go. He's actually promoting buffoonery right in front of your face. But yeah, he don't trust vaccines.
I mean, that's a good assumption.
Go to any the herb is much better. Genema curbs the appetite for sugar.
Okay.
So if you're eating bread, if you like ice cream, if you want to get away from it, and you're a diabetic, try using this. I'm gonna spell it for you: Gymnema.
Okay, I saved it in my I had screenshotted last time you said. I just hadn't checked it out, hadn't looked it up yet. But I screenshotted it because like you said, I'm trying to friends out, man.
And watch what happens when you do it. You ain't gonna want nothing sweet, because we are living in an artificial world, brother. We are crazy, and we are killing our children mentally and physically. It's called Genema. Gymnema. Look it up. Don't take Sabir Bay word by it. BYMMA. I'll put it in here for y'all. 1 second.
That's
BY.
Tell me somebody looking that up.
I should and everything. I'm trying to tell my uncle, right?
What'd you say?
Somebody looking up Geneva, right?
I ain't looking it up. Go back to it. Something stupid.
I think you can buy that in the market. It's like a sugar alternative.
Can you buy that nigga in the market? Is the point. He's
So it's
crazy.
like sweet and low or something like that.
I think so. I think I seen it in the market.
Oh.
Uh,
Yeah.
All right, let's finish.
He's like, man, but sugar keep going up, man. I'm eating vegetables and fruit and stuff. I said, or is you still eat? I asked him, I said, hold on. Is you still eating bread? Is you eating store-bought fruit that's in the can? It's not fresh fruit that you chopped up. And is you eating store-bought lunch meat? He said, yeah, man, I go get deli meat, lunch meat. I said, it's salt and sugar cured. That's cured meat. Your sugar gonna stay high, dog. You have to figure that out yourself.
It is. So I had to figure out. So I'm trying to help people. So I should be getting millions of dollars of this motherfucker the way these cats get paid. So I'm telling you to go research. This is crazy. Like, I don't get those funds like that though. And this is the thing, brother. You really have to know your purpose, bro. Sabir Bey knows his purpose in life. I know my purpose in life. Somebody said I was having chicken cravings today. I bought a coconut. No doubt, because your body needs something natural fruits. But I would say everybody should have this in their cap. I had this for like a year or two. I don't take that many. And if you get the herb, it's much different.
The herb, yeah.
The herb
I want to be a couple items, man. I've been trying to get on a couple items, man. I didn't want to take too many pills, but yeah, I had to get some type of herbs, man, because to try to rebuild. Because once you go on a fast like that, you got to rebuild. You got to know how to rebuild it back up, man. That's what I'm trying to figure out how to.
Somebody else got to drink a gallon of water a day. I work on every day. That's one thing I've been fighting with, water, man. No doubt. Water. You asked me if you drink a gallon of water. I work on it every day, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
This good for diabetics. For your eyes, man. It's a vitamin for your eyes. Bilberry, or let me show you. Lutein. Lutein is that protein that's in your eye that keep your eyes, like you said, the nerves in your eyes. Lutein. They can look up lutein.
But this is the thing, brother. If you speak like this, niggas will tell you sound like a this and you sound like a that. But why ain't you so-called black scholars on these radio shows showing y'all this information from law books?
Because he's a goddamn pseudo. That's why. Why we ain't showing that?
hey, but the thing is, though, hold on. The thing is, it's nothing wrong with eating healthy. Like it's nothing wrong with that. You should eat healthy. You should limit the amount of sugar intake and the amount of sodium you intake. He talked about drinking a gallon of water. Human beings should be drinking a gallon of water a day. Like that's just good information right there. But the thing is not gonna help you with a virus. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna. Obviously, you need food to heal. You know what I'm saying? To gain energy and to heal. So yeah, you need that, but it's not gonna prevent you or be a remedy for a virus. You know, you're not gonna drink oregano or eat oregano. You know, to
Corey,
cure the virus. But go ahead, Byron.
Corey. This sounds like a 10-minute commercial. Like they're promoting something at the expense of trying to undermine vaccines.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
Man, you're not gonna take no supplements, yo, and replace insulin, yo, if you're a diabetic, yo. That shit's dangerous, bro.
Absolutely. That's absolutely. But but if you're a diabetic, you need to be watching all of that. You need to watch what you eat. You know, I mean, that's obvious. Your doctor will tell you that all of that. You know, they even give you a dietitian. They recommend that you have a dietitian
Right.
that shows you how to eat properly, and they, I think they give you like a list of food and all of that. They educate you. They give you education.
Correct.
Because like I said, my wife used to work in that field in dialysis. She used to work in the dialysis field, and one of the big things that they pushed at her clinic was the educating the people on what they need to do as far as eating and everything. Well, go ahead.
Yeah, y'all must looked up Jim Nemo.
Do you know of any herbs you can take and not take insulin, yo, if you're diabetic, yo?
Any herbs that you can take
instead of the insulin?
Nah, cause this Janine, this is dangerous, man. You gotta be careful. See, that's what we're talking about, man. You just can't be out here prescribing folks stuff, and they mess around, and they sugar bottom out, and they in a diabetic coma around this joint. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm serious, like really, cause this medication or this substance, man, will increase insulin levels, and people have to know. Insulin not only opens up the cells for glucose to enter, but it also affects your potassium. And if your potassium levels are off, you can die. Like, ain't no question about it. They're gonna be shocking your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you just can't do that, man. This stuff can get people killed, man. I'm telling you. Like, I know this for a fact, y'all. Can't do that.
You gonna ask you why he ain't getting the money, nigga? Cause you're fucking crazy. That's why you ain't getting the money. Why I ain't getting the money? I'm up here giving you this free advice. Killing niggas.
This is dangerous, man. Yeah, I'm looking at here, read. It's telling you medication to be aware of. You know, pregnancy, surgery. You know, metabolic syndrome. Man, you can't do this, man. A diuretic, bro. You know what that means, man? This means you're gonna lose all your fluids.
Right.
You're gonna be dehydrated. And if it's a diuretic that will force you to lose your minerals, you're really in trouble. Man, this is dangerous, man.
So he turned in, so all that crazy. Like what? Like who the hell you? I got a couple pills. I only took a couple pills, and you took a pill.
That's why his doctor said, "Well, what did you do? You left here the other day. You was all right. I mean, you was feeling bad, but you was all right. But you come back now, you're a diuretic. You dehydrated. You know? What did you do? He been taking that mess. What is it? Geneva. He been eating Geneva.
Oh man, that's dangerous, man.
Oh man, I can't.
That's scary, man. And just, you know, to piggyback off something that Corey said earlier, man, about access to medical care and the history of African Americans in the United States. You know, we had like over here in West Tennessee, we had a doctor, Miles D. Vanderher. He opened up he was a doctor, came to Memphis, opened up a medical school. So, you know, he was letting a lot of nurses, you know, training a lot of black doctors, pharmacists, and nurses and things of that nature. Well, they got shut down because they
hold on, Mel. Hold right
Uh-huh.
there. Hold that right there. Hold that 1 second. Hey, Corey. Corey.
Go ahead.
Yo, you and Malcolm gotta hold me down for 1 minute. I gotta grab something off the car. Can y'all handle that? I know Malcolm can.
Gotcha.
I know you can, Corey. You gotta stop playing Fortnite at the arena.
I'm on now, man. I'm good. Go ahead. I got you.
All right. Go ahead, Mel.
Gotcha. But yep, and so they shut them down. You know, a lot of the African American institutions back in the day, I want to say it's like late 1800s, early 1900s. They shut them down. They came out. They had this guy named Flexner. Flexner had no scientific background, but they was using him. Some of the you know, well-known medical groups were using him to go around the country and shut down all pseudo scientific teaching communities, and they target a lot of African American communities, African American institutions, and they left like one of them open. And so you know, that too kind of goes along with what you were saying about the history of African Americans in America. You know, not being able to practice, not being able to go to medical schools, and of course we know it during them times you couldn't go to a white institution as readily as you would have liked to. Now, you know, I'm familiar with James McCune Smith and a few other people, the daughter of Robert Church, you know, and a lot of the other people that did go to colleges, but there were black people trying to set up black institutions that were being shut down because they were being called pseudo and things of that nature. So it just kind of ties into the history of blacks here in America, right along with the fact that access to medical care has been a growing issue, and even the CDC documents that in their documents. Along with that, though, black people, we've been, for the most part, we kind of a home remedy type people. You know what I mean? Like we get sick, we have a virus or something, and what we gonna do? We go home and get mama soup or mama special cayenne pepper tea with the honey in it, and we what we feel better. The virus still in there like, but that too. For them guys that was involved in the Tuskegee experiment, if you notice in the reports that those guys had never been to a doctor. They had never been to a doctor. And this was in 1932 when that experiment started. And that same, in fact, this is this is kind of the just to tie into that as well. They went 15 years with no medical treatment. I mean, they went 15 years of observation, and they were denied medical treatment after 1947, meaning there was a penicillin available that they could take forward, but those doctors did not give that to them. You know, they just monitor them to see what effects this illness would have on their on certain body systems that they had. But one of those doctors was involved in a Guatemalan case where they gave they infected 700 Guatemalans, men, women, and jail prisoners with syphilis. And that same doctor who was involved in that later came into the later portion of the Tuskegee experiment, and I think that's somehow how that rumor may have gotten spread as far as the blacks was giving syphilis falsehood in the African American community. But they also did an experiment called the OSO experiment over there in Norway. It was a Norwegian experiment in Norway. They did an OSO experiment on about 2,000 Caucasians. And what did they do? They observed them to see what effects syphilis had on them. And that's what sparked these racist scientists or doctors who were involved and participated in the unethical practice of not treating our brothers in the 1932 experiment.
Yeah, no doubt, and we definitely gotta. That's definitely good information. We gotta be understanding the whole story about different situations that happen, so that we have the full understanding of it. I mean, that was a terrible thing, you know. All in all, you know, however you look at it, with the Tuskegee experiments. Some of the other ones you mentioned about the Guatemalan one and the Norwegian one. Those are terrible things, and that right there is bad practice, is unethical. You know, they got an ethics committee in the medical field. It's a whole ethics committee. You know, so that goes against what they do and what's trained and what's taught in the medical field. And so that but good science, good medicine is what combats that. So we got to look at all of the good science and all of the good medical practices and doctors, because it's I mean, the world is the world. I mean, it's terrible people out in the world.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But that does not reflect the discipline. You know what I'm saying? And so like I said, they definitely have things to mitigate and that's very rare too, because of the mitigation tactics that they use, because of these ethics committees and all of the regulations that they have behind the medical field. So that's just good information just to have. But we do need. I mean, like that is a and I know you see it. You being on the front line, like healthcare is probably the number one issue in the Black community, but we are not understanding that. We're not realizing that healthcare access and healthcare education is 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 our number one fight. It should be our number one fight, and I don't think we focused on the right things. You know what I mean? And like I said, I know you see a lot of it by you actually being in the field. My wife in the field too, so she see a lot of it. But yeah, man, I don't understand why that's not the topic more often in the Black community. Is real professional health care. Understanding the fight that we in. Because this is what white people that's what they fighting for. Number one, like if you ask like the average American what the number one what their number one issue is, it's healthcare. Yeah,
absolutely.
It's healthcare.
And many of them got a problem. No, go ahead. I'm saying I'm just gonna say many don't got a problem with Obamacare and things of the nature. Like you hear it in their gripes. You know what I'm saying? I hear it all the time.
Yeah. It's a lot of ignorance too. It's funny that you bring up the Obamacare. There's a lot of ignorance in the white community. They did a study back in I think it was 2012, and they might have been a little later than that, but they asked them which one did they like. Did they like the Affordable Health Care Act or did they like Obamacare? But they didn't realize that Obamacare was the Affordable Health Care Act. And so it's so crazy, like the ignorance that perpetuates in the white community. It kind of bleeds over into the Black community, but like we be late with it after they have already debunked it and got it out of their community. It's brand new in our community. So like this anti-vax thing, it's kind of being prevalent now because of this new situation with the pandemic and stuff like that. But that for the most part, they had got out of that the anti-vax thing. White people did, the white community, and they started to bleed over into the Black community with it. And we still going through it, you know what I mean? But go ahead, Brother Malcolm. You wanted to say something, man?
Nah, you hitting it, man. You hitting it. Just kind of bleed, a lot of that bleeds right on over, man. I watched it during the pandemic, man. 5G, Black people can't catch it. All that stuff out the window now. Bill Gates is finna chip the world. People heard nano and nanoparticle, and they thought nano meant robot. I mean, we can laugh and joke about it, but it's definitely a serious issue. And that's why I appreciate what y'all guys are doing, man, doing the best y'all can to get the information out there. People might not be too fond of the delivery or whatever the case may be. But I tell you this, it don't matter it don't matter to me how anybody throw me $1 million. Just throw me $1 million. I don't give a shit if you drop it on me, leave it at the mailbox, throw it out of a moving vehicle. $1 million is $1 million. So regardless of how you deliver the information, if it's valuable, give it to me. And so, we gotta take it, man. Take it and use it. Take it and use it.
No doubt. I think we aim towards a certain demographic, and so I think we do a good job with chopping the information up into good digestible pieces. You know what I mean, and breaking it down. So, and you're a good part of that. I definitely appreciate what you bring to the table, to the panel.
I appreciate it,
It's
fam.
definitely very valuable, and I'm sure that the viewers appreciate it too. But yeah. So I mean, it's a lot of different topics that we focus on in the community, but sometimes I think it's kind of futile to focus on different smaller branches of the overall situation when you know your health is the foundation. I mean, you got to start out, getting healthier before you can do anything else. You know what I mean? And a big part of that, see, and what people don't realize is a big part of being healthy is being educated. You know,
Yes.
if you're not educated, then or if you have bad information, what you believe is kind of how you act in reality. You know what I mean? And so, if you have bad information, then you end up not being healthy and making bad decisions. So you're always in a situation where you can't actually, some of the things these pseudos say is good. Like he talked about, you want to be drinking water, you want to be, watching all of the how much sodium and sugar you taking. You want to do all of that. You want to watch all of that. But if you're in a bad financial situation, then and you're in a and you don't have and a lot of that, the financial situation is because of the lack of education. And when you don't have the proper education, you're not able to be in a situation where you can afford to buy healthy food. You know what I mean? You can only, you might, people are in a situation where they can only afford to buy McDonald's or whatever it is, you got in your local community. They own a 99-cent menu. You know what I mean? They got 4-5 kids to feed. You know what I mean? You got to do what you got to do. For some people, it's more convenient to go to that 99-cent menu. You know what I mean? And get them kids fed. And you got to do what you got to do. And I don't blame them. You know what I'm saying?
Right, man.
I got to do what I got to do sometime. You know what I'm saying? I got kids to feed. I got kids in college. I got 2 in college. I got a 5-year-old. I got my wife pregnant. You know what I mean? So, I understand the struggles and the different things that go on in the community. So, we don't always have the right tools and means to get to the good food.
And I'm one of the very people that I'm actually spitting this information out too. Even even with my educational background, and before I accumulated more information, I too would have been what we call a pseudo. You know what I'm saying? I had my herbs. Matter of fact, I still got many of them. Matter of fact, I just went about elderberry 2 weeks ago. Not because I think I'm gonna beat the coronavirus with it, but I know, I've read up on it. I've read up on elderberry. You know what I mean? It is a good product, but it ain't something you tout as if it's better than Tamiflu or vaccine. You know what I mean? Health, people have to understand that the relationship between the human body and food is maintenance. Food is supposed to maintain a level of health that you should normally have. However, the misappropriation of food and certain nutrients can worsen your health. This is how you get hypertension and CAD, coronary artery disease. And, this is why people are having strokes, things of that nature. It's because of the food. And I'm a vegetarian. You know what I'm saying? Like I went and I was anti-meat at one point. Started doing the studies, and it was overwhelming with hell. I think because I'm vegetarian, my red blood cells are doing pretty fine because I'm able to get B12 through animal products. You know what I mean? People don't know that. If you don't get B12, you're not going to have adequate amount of blood. You're going to become anemic. You got pernicious anemia. This is not sickle cell anemia. But anemia is low iron, which will lead to low blood. You'll have high homocysteine levels from not getting enough B12. You know, those B vitamins, which are coenzyme. Like, if in order for us to understand health, we have to know. I just think we have to know that, and the resources are there. You can now know what your blood range should be, your red blood cells or your white blood cells. You can now know what your lipid panel should look like. This stuff is readily available, dude. We don't have to go nowhere to anybody no more. You feel me, Core? When I go to a doc, when I went to the doctor today, and I'm sitting, like I said, I'm sitting there looking at my sheet, so I see my lipid panel. All my stuff is below 200 on my lipid panel, which is amazing. But I can actually read this. In 2020, you who are in the audience and listening can actually read your blood work. I have copies of these papers for every time I go to the doctor so that I can train my own health, because I don't believe that somebody should know more about my health than me. You feel me? So I know what my white count should be. Okay, this is not normal. Okay, wait a minute. My white count is 8. Normally it's 5. Okay, I may be dealing with a little infection. Let me see if I can get doc. You know what I mean? So I say, doc, can I get a urinalysis? Can y'all screen my urine? Doc, can I get a complete metabolic panel? Can you read all my nutrients? Can you check my thyroid? Can I get a chest X-ray? You know what I mean? Like, you can do that. But we need access to medical care and to utilize those things so that we can do that. So they tie right into Corey's point. Even in knowing that, the more you know, the more you grow. And so if you know the importance and understand the importance of medical access to medical care, and Lord knows, black men, we just too tough to go to the hospital, dude. And so you get a situation like Chadwick Boseman. Not saying that that's what happened with him, but oftentimes we'll end up finding out we have this debilitating ailment that we knew nothing about because we don't go get a prostate check. We don't go get a colon cancer check. You know what I mean? Like, we're just not doing those things. And it's costing many of us. And then you tied it into what you mentioned at first about not getting medical life insurance. We're leaving our wives broke.
Yeah. We're leaving them behind with a bunch of bills, you know
with a mortgage.
Yeah, and a car payment, you know what I mean? But and two, because I mentioned too on Garfield, and to add on to what you were saying, when you went to the doctor, you got your blood work. He gave you a paper. He gave you a copy of your blood work. He ain't trying to hide nothing from you or nothing. Like, here go the paperwork right here. You look at it too. This is what I talked about on Garfield. You paying for that. So why wouldn't you want to look at that? Not only not the fact that it's your health. We gonna put that aside. We're gonna put that aside, that it should be important because it's your health, right? It's your life, right? But let's talk about the money part of it. Like, you paying these dudes, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need to be understanding what they talking about, what they telling you. That way, when you come back or while you're there, you can have the correct questions to ask. You asked them, you knew to ask them to, hey, why don't you go ahead and give me a urinalysis? You know what I'm saying? So I can see what's going on in there. You know what I mean? Like, those are good questions to ask. Like, sometimes they may not feel like that's necessary, but if you ask for it, they can't just say, like, they can't determine that ain't necessary. They can't tell you what's necessary with your body. You know what I'm saying? If you're not asking the right questions, if you're not telling them the right things, then they don't really have nothing to go by. Now, they going by what you saying. This is your body. You know what I'm saying? They asking you questions so that you can have questions to ask them. They're giving you documentation and data and information on your blood work and your urine analysis and all of that, so that you can have a better understanding of where they're at. That way y'all can be kind of on, you know, not only, obviously everybody ain't gonna be on the same page with the doctor, but we have some type of middle ground where we can meet at. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that's just all I wanted to point out. I mean, that was a real good point that you brought up. with the blood work that you can, they and it's not, like I said, and it was also a good point too. Like, they not hiding nothing from you. I mean, why would, this is how they make their living? You know what I mean?
Right.
They make their living by being known to keep people healthy. Now, if the doctor was known to, every time somebody go to that doctor, they end up dying. Obviously, he ain't gonna get that many patients. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think they want to get patients. Like, it's just like the same thing. Like Sheffrin the barber. Like, if he mess your line up every time, Sheffrin ain't gonna be making too much money off of barber shopping. You know what I'm saying? They gonna tell him, look, bro, I can't. Nah, you ain't cutting my hair because you gonna mess my line up. You know what I'm saying? The same thing with the doctor. He don't want to be known to be messing nobody up. You know what I'm saying? So
That's true. If you killing patients, they'll give you a new nickname. Your name would be Dr. Death in the medical community. You don't want that to be your nickname. So yeah, man. And that's just what it is, man. Like, we have facilities now where you can go and get that kind of help. A lot of in places in underserved communities over, in the city where I'm in, Memphis, we got a lot of Christ community health facilities. You know what I mean? So people in the local area can go and be seen. You know what I mean? One of my partner's wives was a nurse practitioner at one. And sometimes I would go see her despite the fact that I had insurance. She was like a backup doctor for me, because I do believe in having a backup doctor, because sometimes if you're doubtful of what your primary care physician may say, you can always go to a secondary, get a second opinion. Don't even tell them what the first one was, what the first results were, and then just compare results. Like, we live in that day and age now, you know what I'm saying? Access to information, access to medical care, if you do have it, hopefully we do. But it's very important that we get in there, because you can't dodge the hospital. You can't dodge it, no matter how anti-hospital. And that's what it seemed like. It's a lot of going in the community. It's a lot of anti-hospital, herbal doc. Like, if I break my leg, I can't go to a herbal, like, you know what I mean? Like, I got to get a cast. We're not doing it in the community. We're not doing it on these on these levels like that. You know what I mean? I get coronary artery disease, man. You got to go to the cath lab. I can't get that at Dr. Sabi's spot over there on 3rd Street. You know what I mean? Not knocking Dr. Sabi.
I mean, they gotta put screws up, like you say. You break your if you break your leg, like they gotta put screws and pins, and I mean they gotta go in there. You know what I mean? To fix that up sometimes. You know what I mean? I mean, sometimes they can push it back in place and it'll heal, but a lot of times, you gotta get screws and pins up in that joint. You know what I mean?
You gotta splint it. Control blood flow, man. Look, you can't. I'm saying, and I just want people to, if they don't take nothing else away from this, go get you a primary care physician. I'm telling you, as hurtful as that may sound, I know we come about of an information age that is extremely pro-black to the point where it's completely anti-white. Fine and dandy, but don't deny yourself the benefits of what you have in front of you. Technology is real. Technology don't have a color on it. It is what it is. They're gonna be flying cars at some point. Once they figure out stealth technology and a few of these other concepts of physics, people gonna be flying cars some way, somehow. There's gonna be some type of difference.
I don't mean to cut you off, but Brother Malcolm, I when I figured out the value of having health care and going to get your checkups and all that, man, like 3-4 years ago, my appendix, I had appendicitis. I had to get a appendectomy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I had to get my appendix extracted or whatever. But I went a day, right? So I didn't, like you mentioned earlier, us as men, especially black men, we so
Ooh.
tough, man. You know what I'm saying? We tough as toenails, man. You know what I mean? We don't want to go to the doctor or nothing, you know. So man, my wife like, man, she like, because I left where I was at work. I was hurting at work, but I finished the day out because I'm so tough. I finished the day out at work. I come home, I'm hurting bad. You know, I'm not hurting like real bad, but I'm hurting. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling my wife, you know, I think it's just gas, man. I think, you know, I don't know. I got indigestion. It felt like indigestion, real bad indigestion. So she like, no, you need to go to the hospital. You know what I mean? So man, I went to sleep, woke up in the morning. I woke up, I was in excruciating pain. You know what I mean? And she like, nah, nope, you going to the hospital. You going to the hospital. So I'm like, nah, just let's go to Med Point. You know what I'm saying? To a little urgent care type deal, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I went over there. They like, you know, you got to go to the emergency room. You know what I mean? And when it was all said and done, like the doctor was like, bro, you had a couple more hours to live.
Woo.
You know what I'm saying?
Ruptured
Because it had ruptured. It had busted. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They said it was perforations in it. You know what I'm saying? So perforations is holes, you know. So yeah, and it was turned around and everything. Like it was fucked up. I mean, excuse my language. It was all messed up. But yeah, he was like, you know, in a couple hours, it wouldn't have been nothing we could do for you. You know, we could just make you comfortable. You know what I mean? And ever since then, you know, I've been, you know, pretty much on my health. You know what I'm saying? I've been watching. I be having what do you call that? My doctor called me with the Zoom chat. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. Yeah. And so all of that, you know.
Your lady,
I got it.
your lady
I
may have
got it
saved
hooked
your life,
up.
man. She may have saved your life, man. Because a ruptured appendix is man, dude. Septic shock. Oh man, I'm telling you, that could have been bad. That could have been bad. I'm glad you're doing good, my guy.
Yeah. That that was that was about 4 or 5 years ago. But man, that taught me a lesson, man. You know what I mean? And I listened to my wife about the health. You know what I'm saying? She ain't got to be on me no more. You know, something go wrong, I'm going to the doctor. You know what I mean?
my wife think I'm crazy. Anytime I heard anything go wrong, I'd be diagnosed. She'd be like, "You always self-diagnosing yourself." I'm like, "Look, baby, I'm the definition of health conscious." You know, if I you know, that's not to say that I eat totally 100% right, but even on that note, it used to be a point. You know, my wife would tell you, man, we're going to the store. We go to Kroger. The majority, about 60% of the food that I'm gonna pick up, now that we pick up as a whole, about 80% of the food that I'm gonna pick up is in the produce section. It's fruit, vegetables, pecans, nuts. You know, because I eat for nutrients now, because I understand what's actually going on. And so I try to do that with my wife, and it rolls over a little bit, but I told her I'm gonna get back on this switch.
And cooking at home, cooking
Yes.
is just period. Like you're gonna find yourself in the produce section more often anyway when you're doing your own cooking. You know what I'm saying? I noticed that too, you know, as I got married, you know. So, you know, I eat pretty good anyway, just because, you know, my wife cook at home, you know what I'm saying? So
good deal, man.
That helps out a lot, mitigate so much of the sodium and the because you know you put what you put in your own food. You know what I'm saying? You putting how much salt and seasoning in your own food, so you can mitigate it that way. You know what I mean? So just cooking and eating at home is a lot healthier by itself. You know.
Right. That leads to another point I would advise people to learn too, is how to count calories and how to read food labels. You know, there are YouTube videos that help people to understand calories and learn about your protein, fats, carbohydrates, how many calories they carry a piece. Recommended daily allowance for your fats and your sugars, learning the differences between the sugars, maltose, sucrose, dextrose, lactose, galactose, and there's one other, just learning the differences in the nutrients and stuff. It gives you a real love for eating and a real respect for eating. And then, a lot of other stuff will start to make sense to you. And then you start making your substitutes. Or, I don't want to use vegetable oil no more. I want to use olive oil. Well, my low density lipoprotein was too high. I'm gonna stop eating fried foods. Now I'm gonna go to baked foods. My proteins were low. I'm gonna eat more proteinaceous meats. Different things like that. So vitamins too. Learn the different vitamins: A, B, C, D, E, K. People have to know too. You can overdose on vitamins. Most of the time, we are we're lacking vitamins, and but we use them as a beacon of health, and they're vital amines, and we have to regulate how much of that we're taking and understand their functions. A lot of times, a lot of the vitamins we use are create the keys for other nutrients to come in, like vitamin D. It does serve multiple functions, and some of that function, yes, it is immunity. But it also pulls in calcium. Vitamin A, good for your vision, right? Vitamin C plays a role in immunity, but it also pulls in iron, which is important, especially for women who have menstrual cycle. Vitamin E, your skin. Vitamin K, for your blood to clot up. If you get cut, you want your body to be able to create a scab and heal that wound quickly as possible. So in order for that to happen, blood got to coagulate. So you need vitamin K coming out of the liver. And I highly advise everybody listening to learn the science of the minerals that you put in your body on a regular daily basis. From water all the way down, or all the way up, however you want to call it. All your B vitamins. What is he doing? Okay, all your nutrients, your potassium, your sodium. Please regulate your sodium, African Americans. Regulate your sodium. I saw one video. Nah, I'm not going to even comment on that. But yeah, man,
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and rock out, man. Unbiased, you don't want to add nothing, man. CK, go ahead and add something real quick for like 2 minutes, real quick, man. Malcolm, go ahead and handle it, man. But somebody add something, man. Come on, Unbiased.
Oh, my bad. The ex that called me, so I was just waiting on him for a minute. We got an ongoing discussion from he's always debating and shit, so he come in to debate some other shit. So I missed the last probably 10, 15 minutes.
Oh, no doubt. We're just talking about African Americans and our health, ways we can improve it, things we can do, why it's important, a bit of history and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I do know that I read that it was a disconnection between Black folks and vaccines. So they was going to try to do a better job with those. And you probably heard about this because since you're administering the vaccine, they was trying to find a way where the people who administer vaccines can give more education to Black folks in particular, because they felt like Black folks were just like, they were just getting there. They was going there, getting a shot, and just you're leaving. They felt like they were not getting informed properly why I get the shot, and all that stuff. Where it's important, like more education of the vaccine itself.
Facts. That's facts, man. And just like me and Corey were just discussing, just like you look at a food label, ask about the vaccine. Ask about any medical interventions that you engage in. If you don't know, the more you know, the more you grow. That I'm telling you, that's just finding out will save you more money, time, and life than not knowing. I don't demonize people for being ignorant, but I will demonize people for accepting their ignorance.
Right.
It's okay to not know, but if you know you don't know and you're fine with that, now it's stupidity.
Right.
And that is an issue. So we have all these resources. You could take a phone right now and literally watch an hour movie. You could basically travel from anywhere in the world using your phone. You could talk to somebody in China just with the touch of a button and view their face. That's how far we've come with technology.
Right.
And we can't go into the future with Stone Age thinking. We're not in the Stone Ages no more. We're not going to the backyard to pick out plants that will save you from a deadly or potentially deadly virus. It's just not what we at no more. You know what I'm saying? It's just a hard
like Ang say, we ain't got them wooden ships is rendered obsolete. It's good. I mean, like you said, they good for classic shows and all of that, man. But you ain't shipping no good cargo. You ain't
right
doing no good worldwide trading or nothing like that with a wooden ship. So.
It was good enough to get our ancestors on it. That's about where it stopped at, though.
What is concerning is that I a lot of fake book groups be kind of docile, ain't nothing really going on. So I had posted some controversial vaccine memes, about 20 of them, and I'm telling you, I had my memes was rocking because dealing with vaccines. But the problem is, I didn't know it was that many. But I could probably count on one hand out of probably hundreds of comments of different people who was pro-vaccine and that was okay with the science and vaccines and knew a little bit of something. Everybody else, man, and I'm trying to listen to their arguments, and they're all over the place. But you got people just into some conspiracy, global population, how you deal with them, and then you got people ignorant of the Tuskegee experiment, how you deal with them, and then you got people one brother just said, his minister Farrakhan, he gave the order and that's it. Yeah, that's it. So you got a lot of people going that route. I'm just trying to listen. So I'm just trying to listen to the excuses nowadays, because they did change. Back when we was debating this stuff last year around the same time, it was more so what's in the vaccine, the ingredients. Now they somewhere else with it.
Yep, you caught it. Yep. At first it was the ingredients. Oh, the formaldehyde. Oh, the mercury. Oh, the
aborted baby fetuses.
Oh man. So I asked somebody. I said, "What does matter of fact, I was talking to my parents. I was talking to my dad because I was I told Uncle, I grew up, Nation of Islam. I listened to that lecture that the Minister Honorable Louis Farrakhan had. I listened to that one. And so my dad, we kind of have discussions. One of my brothers is a pharmacist, and then me being a nurse and paramedic. Then my other brother's a paramedic, and then I have another brother who's a psych tech. And he's the vegan, the herbal, so we'll debate, and our dad will be like, okay, so who making a better point? We going back and forth, and this was as late as last week, so I went to my dad's house, talked with him. He was like, man, the Honorable Minister Farrakhan, they had a guy on there, man, that said, and they played the Judy Moscovich. I said, Dad, throw it in the guy.
Oh my God.
I said, throw it in the guy right now. because I'm gonna mangle her. Just get rid of it. He was like, why? I was like, Daddy, she is a quack. Throw that away. So he started asking me, well, what's in the vaccine? I started shooting at him. Boom, boom, boom. Well, what about this? Boom, boom, boom. I said, the more you know, the more comfortable you become with a thing. I don't want to touch a snake. I don't know. But if I'm somebody who deal with snakes on the regular, yeah, you can pick that one up. Yeah, that's fine. He ain't gonna bite you. Oh, he's not poisonous, because you know the game now.
Right.
But if you're not in that same space as that snake catcher, there's no way you're gonna touch that snake, regardless of what he say.
Yeah,
It does not matter what he say. This snake is as harmless as a earthworm. But until you do the research yourself, you are not gonna take that snake catcher's word for it.
Yeah, right.
I don't care how much I know about snakes, right? I can have every book on every. I'm fooling with none of them.
hey, brother Malcolm, I was gonna say, brother Malcolm,
Everybody freeze. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna start up another stream of the pseudo killers because this has been going for about 2. And I'm gonna let y'all finish y'all conversation right there, and we're gonna start another stream. And this time we're gonna start off with Umar Johnson and his anti-vaccine campaign. Right? So I'm letting y'all know I'm on fire now. I'm officially all the way back with it. I don't read flippings or who you are, who you think you is. I'm letting you know. I'm letting the community know the ridiculous stuff you say out your mouth and what it is. So if you ain't ready for the heat, don't be around me.
Hey, but we appreciate everybody who tuned in on this one. This was a good show. We appreciate Brother Malcolm for coming in and giving us some very good, invaluable information. And
Appreciate y'all, man.
all the people in the chat, all of the shout out to the moderators, man. Appreciate all the moderators. They do a good job in there. CK, she be on top of everything. Appreciate Brother Unbiased coming through today.
Definitely. Good luck.
Hear from, you know what I'm saying? But tune in to the next show, everybody. We still got it going on. So we'll see y'all. Unbiased, you want to say some closing words before we end this one?
I'm gonna just say tune in, man. You need to be here.
No doubt.
Yeah, don't nobody move. We're just gonna end it and start another stream. All right, that way y'all can get information. This one is gonna be called Umar Johnson, the millionaire, and the vaccine fool. Yeah, because he took $1 million from y'all. Y'all gave the nigga. All right, and I ain't gonna let y'all forget that. Y'all gave him $1 million. 1 million and some, yo. Go figure that. I mean, this is.
And he's still asking for money.
Wait, he had opened up the school?
Yeah.
$1 million, yo.
$1 million and counting.
There's no school?
No, ain't no damn school. I think he bought a building or something.
Hold on, let's freeze. Hold on, we're gonna start it right with that. Hey, look, everybody in the chat room, don't go no damn where. We got 6,000. We're just gonna start a new stream. We don't want them to go forever. Right? We want people, it's so much now. It's really, since the vaccine that came out now, it's really, really going bananas now. They're really hyping it up. And then we're gonna play Louis Farrakhan take on the vaccine. We're gonna expose all of them.
Brother Rockman about to go crazy.
Cool. We're gonna go crazy. Don't matter. We going down the line. We checking the list. We checking it twice. We finding out none of them now. Killers is coming to town. Yeah. All right. That's how we doing this, yo. We're gonna do it all the way. Watch this, yo. Don't go.